Now come to the two functions, very interesting. One is math.round and another one is math.rint. Both functions actually working same way. It is going to round out the number, okay, not like this math.floor or math.ceil function. It is working as a mathematical mathematical way. Actually, if the value of the fractional part is 0.5 smaller than the 0.5, then it is return the lower value, and if it is the number fractional parts it's contain the more than the 0.5 value, then it returns the higher value. As for the mathematical calculations, actually it is work math.round and math.rint, both the work the same thing, same way. But if the both functions working in the same way and returns the same value, then why the different two functions are needed for in Java programming? Why? So there must be a little bit difference between the math.round and math.rint function. And what is the difference? The difference actually occur when the value of fractional part is exactly 0.5. This time for round function and for rint function is completely different, working differently, okay, when the value is 0.5 exactly. Otherwise it follows the mathematical rules. When it becomes 0.5, it is working little bit differently. How? Let's see. So you can see I've just entered here two value of 5.7 in round function and 5.7 also in the rint function. Okay, same value I'm just passed as argument in the both the functions. Now what is the output? Okay, if I'm going to round out the two number like 5.7 and 5.7, both must be written as 6.0 because the nearest integer value is 5 and 6. But as per the mathematical rules that if the fractional part is more than 0.5, then it is going to the next higher value, and for this reason it is written, I think it is written 6. So let's see. Yes, both the value is written as 6. Suppose I am going to write down like this 5.4 and 5.4. So what's happened? Let's run the program again. Both the value are same, okay, both are 5.0 and 5.0. now I am going to write the value of suppose 5.5 and 5.5. what's happened? Let's run the program again. Both the value returns 6.0. now it is working completely perfectly. There is the twist, and twist is here. How? Suppose I am going to change the value 6.5 and it becomes 6.5. okay, now let's see what's happened. In case of the round function, okay, it's written 7, it is completely normal. But in case of the rint function, it returns 6.0, not 7.0. Why? Because just previous I have written here 5.5, but this time it returns the value 6.0, so 0.5 is being added. But when I'm just entering the value of 6.5, why the 0.5 value is not added in the rint function? Why it is being subtracted from the 6.5 value in case of the rint function? Why? What is the reason behind this? Look, round function is completely working as normal as we are just doing the mathematical calculations in our mathematics, okay. But in case of the rint function, it is going to round out the value, and if the round out the value options are or maybe it returns always the higher value, but if the value of the fraction part is exactly 0.5, okay, exactly 0.5, only in the case of the rint function, okay. This is the difference between the round function and the rint function. If the fraction part of the value is exactly 0.5 for the rint function, it returns the value to its nearest even digit integer whole number, okay, even digit nearest whole number. So if the 6.5 is going to round out by using the rint functions, it can round out two things. The left value is 6.0 and the right value is 7.0, but the 6.0 is the even digit or even number, but 7.0 is not a even number, and for this reason the rint function return here 6.0. But in case of the previous case, when I just pass the value as 5.5, what's happened? It returns 6, because if it is going to round out, then it the left value is 5 and the right value is 6. So nearest even number as a whole number is 6, and that's why it returns 6. So in rint function you can see, whenever when I just enter the value 5.5, it returns 6.0, and even I just enter the value of 6.5, again it returns 6.0 instead of 7.0. So this is the basic difference between the round function with the rint function. Okay, and suppose if I am going to write down like this, minus 6.5 and minus 6.5, what's happened? Let's see. You can see that, okay, minus 6.5. so exactly for minus value, when it is actually occurred in case of the round and rint function, so it in case of the round function, it's always return the higher value. Okay, always return the higher value if the value of fractional part is 0.5 or more. Okay, if the value, and you can see in this the fractional part is 0.5. So exactly 0.5 or greater than 0.5, then it is then it return the value of this the higher value. But whenever we are going to calculate the negative value, it is working a little differently. How? Suppose I am just replacing it 6.5 with 6.4 in case of the round function first. Okay, now I am going to run the program again and it returns the minus 6.0. Okay, so in case of the plus 6.5, it returns 7, and if I am going to just omit the negative sign and again run the program, you can see it returns 6, not the 7.0, not the higher value. Okay, so if I am just enter the again the negative sign here, so it I am just going to run the program again, so it returns minus 6.0 in case of the round function. You can see here this one, the minus 6.0. but why? In case of the negative value when provided in the round function, it returns always the higher value if the fractional part is 0.5 or less than 0.5. Only in case of the negative value. Okay, not in the case of the positive value for the round function. Okay, so minus 6.5, if it is going to round out, as the 0.4 is less than 0.5 as per the mathematical formula, so it is always return the lower value, not the higher value. So minus 6 and minus 7, two whole number are available, and as per the mathematical formula, it must be written the lower value. So lower value is minus 7, not the minus 6, because minus 6 is the greater value, but instead of the minus 7, it returns the minus 6. Okay, so in case of the round function, when the value is 0.5 or less than 0.5, okay, for round function it returns the higher value. Okay, but if the value of the fractional part is more than 0.5 for minus value only in case of round function, then it returns the lower value. Let's see, so minus 6.7, suppose I am going to run the program again, and you can see it is minus 7.0. okay, not minus 6. Okay, not minus 6, so it returns minus 7.0. okay, so in case of the round function, whenever we just enter or pass as a negative number as argument for the round function, if the fractional part is 0.5 or less than 0.5, it returns higher value, and if the value of the 0.5 is greater, then it returns the lower value, just opposite of the positive value calculations in case of the round function. Now see what's happened in case of the rint function. Okay, let's see. What's happened actually? Okay, I'm going to calculate. Okay, minus 6.5, minus 6.5, so it returns minus 6. Okay, no problem, I am making it minus 6.4. What's happened? Let's see. Okay, it returns 6.0. Excellent. Now I'm going to do is minus 5.4. What's happened? Let's see. Minus 5.0. No problem. The formula is matching as the case of the followed as in case of round functions. If the value is 0.5 or less than 0.5, it returns the higher value. So 0.5 minus 5 is higher value than the minus 6. Okay, if I am going to do the minus 0.5 minus 5.7, then it is minus 6.0. It returns the lower value. Now I am going to write down again minus 6.7. So what's happened? Let's see. It returns minus 7. Okay, so it returns minus 7. So you can see if I'm just entering minus 6.4 again and then run the program, so it returns minus 6.0. So in case of the negative value, in case of the rint function, it follows just like as the round function. Okay, not like this the even or like this portion. Okay, just like round function. So this is the round and rint function and the basic difference between the round and rint function. Okay.